Welcome, those of you in the room and those of you online. I was just asking people here to set up their mats the same way as mine so that the long edge is to me, and that's just so that we can see each other a little bit better. Additionally, if you're in the room today, this little red carpet down the middle, we're going to call this our river. So we're going to face the river, we're going to face the walls. You have a back of the room leg and front of the room leg. It'll all make sense once we start moving. The nice thing about this is we're going to get to face each other a little bit today. So let's start on our backs. So start just by resting your body on the floor, letting it be heavy and letting your shoulders drop back. Feeling your feet on the floor or your legs on the floor if you're stretched out long. And then just do a little scan from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet, noticing how you're feeling today, noticing your energy level. Notice any places that are a little tight, where you're holding a little tension, but also those spaces that feel spacious and ready to work. And then take a minute here to notice your breath. If you've just come into the room or you're just rolling out your mat, maybe breathing a little more into your upper chest. If you've been in here relaxing for a while, maybe more down towards your belly or something in between. And just notice. And then we'll play with that just a little bit. If you like to bring a hand to your heart and one to your belly, see if you can breathe up into your upper chest, into that upper hand, and just notice what that feels like. And then send your breath down toward your belly, letting your belly rise and fall, rising with the inhale, falling with the exhale. Do that a few times. Good. And then see if you can breathe into both places. Expanding the rib cage all the way down, all the way up. And you might find some sensation out to the sides and to the back body. And then just stay here for a few breaths. Good. And then gently relax your hands back by your sides. Take your feet a little wide. Let your knees drop together. So feet are on the floor, knees are together. Just check in with how that feels. And we'll start a really small, gentle movement side to side here. So letting both knees drop to the left and then both to the right. Notice if one side moves more easily than the other, or if they're about the same. Good. You can let the motion get a little bigger as much as feels good. Maybe it would feel nice to take arms to the side, palms down or palms up, depending on how that feels to you, to your shoulders. And then we'll come back to center. Go ahead and bring both knees in. Give them both a good squeeze. If you like to bring your head up off the floor while you do that, you could. Feel more engaged. Or feel free to keep your head down. Yeah, we're going to take our knees, and it's not cheating to hold them. It's going to help. So take your knees, split them apart just a little bit, and push them away. So we're going to make little circles with our legs going opposite directions. Yeah. Nice. And then switch and go the other way. So keeping feet together, push those legs away and circle them up and around. Good. Next time they come up, keep your left knee, take your right leg long on the floor. Big stretch, maybe pull your toes back toward your face. Yep. And then take that left knee out to the side. And then gently back to center. Bring both knees in again. Give them a good squeeze. Keep your right knee, take your left leg long. Yeah. And then gently rock that leg to the outside. Notice if this side feels different. And then bring it back to center. Good. Go ahead and put both feet on the floor. Reach your arms to the ceiling, and we're going to reach fingertips up toward the ceiling. Feel what happens with your shoulder blades coming off the floor a little bit and squeeze them back. And do that a few times. Good. And then take your right arm, wrap it over your left arm. Give yourself a big hug one direction. And then open your arms and hug the other direction. And release that. Continuing on with the arms, let's take thumbs up overhead and then exhale, palms down. Yeah, and two more like that. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. This time, inhale up. Exhale your arms around the outsides, and they don't have to touch the floor, but they could. So wherever feels good. And as this last time, as your arms come around, pick your head up off the floor and just feel that belly scoop and round. Yeah, we're going to start pumping the arms here without our legs today. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Option to bring your left leg up. Inhale. And exhale. Option to bring the right leg up too. Inhale. Exhale. Option to straighten the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Option to lower the legs, but only as far as you can control. 3. One more set. In and exhale. Good. Draw your knees into your chest. We'll stay here just a little bit longer. Hands behind the head and take your left elbow to your left knee. Left elbow to left knee. Yep, right elbow to right knee. Because we're used to going the other way, right? We're used to twisting across, but we're not going to do that today. And exhale every time a leg is long, just to add a little challenge. Here's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab both knees. Bring yourself to boat. See if you can balance in boat when you come up. Beautiful. Option to add some arms. Option to straighten the legs. 2 breaths. Good. Bring the soles of your feet together. Allow your back to round. Take a little rest. Good. And then turn and face me. We're going to come into just, legs crossed if that feels good. Otherwise, legs can be straight. Inhale up. Exhale, let your arms fall. Inhale, lift. No effort. Good. One more like that. On this next round, let's add a little twist. So we're going to inhale up. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. And then just keep that going at your own pace. Maybe one more each side. Good. And we'll come back to center. Take both arms up, spread your fingers really super wide, draw your spine up tall, and a big exhale as you bring your elbows in. Inhale up. Exhale to squeeze. 2 more. Good. Good. Bring your hands to the front, lace your fingers, turn them inside out. One more big inhale. And let that go. Let's take right hand out, left hand to the sky. We're going to keep both sides of our bodies long. Inhale up and exhale over. Good. As you come up, place that hand on your head. We're not pulling, we're just giving it just a little weight. And we'll come back up to sitting. Left hand on the floor, right hand to the sky. Big inhale and exhale to reach over. Good. And then once more as you come up, hand on the head. Good. Come on up. Let's take feet wide. And we're going to come into a little Pilates saw. So drop your shoulder blades down your back. And we'll twist and reach little finger to little toe. It's just a nice, gentle stretch. See if you can hit that vertical every time you come back up. Good. One more each side. Good. And then we'll shake it out. All right. Here's where we're going to face the center of the room if you're in the room today. Come on over to all fours, facing the center of the room. Yeah. Come into a nice neutral spine and take 3 breaths here. Just like when we were on our back, see if you can expand your rib cage up, down, front, side, and back. Notice if there are places where the air moves easily. On your next exhale, little cow, or little cat, sorry. Little rounding of the back. And inhale to cow. And then just let that go. Just notice how your back would like to move today. It could be really exaggerated, could be really tiny, maybe a little organic movement. And then we'll come on back to center. Take your leg that's away from me, the back of the room leg, the leg on that side, reach it back. Yeah, and rock it head to toe. Good. Float that leg up, just hip height, add your opposite arm. And either stay here or we'll crunch in 3 times. Exhaling in, really letting the back round as we squeeze in. Hold here. Let your knee bend. Take your arm off to the side, a little body puzzle here. Bring your knee in, wrap your arm through and kick it back. See if you can keep your knee bent. Nice, one more. Good. And bring your hand back to the mat. Straighten that leg out, step it across. Have a look back at your toes. And then take a little break here. Walk your hands out, land in child's pose. Do what you need to do with your arms to let them rest. Let your hips be kind of heavy. We're just warming up. Good. And then come on back up. Take that leg that's closer to me, the front of the room leg. Step it back. Same thing. We'll rock a little bit. Float that leg up, just hip height. Beautiful. Add your opposite arm. Yep. Option to squeeze this in 3 times. Good. Let your knee bend. Take your arm out to the side. Squeeze that knee and wrap the arm around. And open back up. Good. Bring the hand down, straighten the leg, take it across, and have a look back. And then come on back to center. Let's come one more time into child's pose. But this time, if it feels nice to you, walk your hands over to the right. Let your left hip be heavy. And breathe into your back. And then we'll walk gently over to the other side, maybe stacking right hand on left. Let your right hip be heavy. And breathe into your back. And we'll come back to center. So find all fours again. And a little cat-cow. Good. Take your front of the room leg back, the leg closer to me back. Float your back of the room leg up off the floor. We're just holding. Good. Take that leg that's hovering, kick it all the way back behind you. Step it forward between your hands. Take your time. Come on up to high lunge. Good. And bring your hands heart center. Let's open out to warrior 2. Nice. Front hand to the sky. Elbow to knee. Take your other hand across the horizon. Yeah, strong core muscles bring us up and control us as we drop down. Root your feet down. Let your upper body be soft. And one more. Good. And we'll drop it down. Good. Come on back to warrior 2. Yeah. And turn yourself to the front. Look how we're all facing each other now. Drop on over. Standing forward fold, wide leg forward fold. Feel free to bring your hands to your thighs. Feel free to let your knees bend or anything else. Fingertips to the floor, fingertips to the toes, or reaching through. Good. And then walk your hands over and face out to the walls. So we're turning and facing the other direction. Beautiful. Step back to all fours. Find yourself a little cat-cow or anything else that releases those muscles. Good. Take your leg that's close to me, your front of the room leg back. Float your back of the room leg up off the floor. Just going to hang out here. Just a couple breaths. Good. That floating leg, kick it up behind. We'll step it through all the way up to high lunge. And just push open to warrior 2. Nice. Set up those legs nice and strong. Front leg is pretty bent. Back leg maybe a little bend as well. Take your front hand to the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Bring that other hand across the horizon. The legs are rooting down. Our cores are strong. Our arms are soft. Good. Come on back to warrior two. Turn your toes toward me. Bring your hands heart center, and then turn your toes out, heels in. We're going to sink it down a little bit here, and a little rock side to side. Yeah, your hands could be on your hips, maybe out to the sides, whatever feels good. Yeah. Come on back to center. Come to your right toes and your left toes. And then maybe toes on both sides. And just breathe here. Good. One more breath. Drop those heels and we'll come all the way up. And bring your hands heart center. Good. Heel toe in. Stay here for just a second. We're going to work on our shoulders for a sec. If you've been here a while, maybe getting really good at this, take your right arm and circle it forward. Also, if this bothers your shoulders, come in, make them small. Good. Take your left arm, circle it back. Stop at the top. Take your right arm forward and your left arm back and your right arm forward and your left arm back. And then maybe at the same time. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, does not even matter. If you're feeling really confident about it, switch them and go the other way just for fun. Yeah. And then just shake it out. Did it work? I don't know. We don't know. All right. All right. That's all that matters, right? We're going to come into tree here, but we're going to go into it a little bit different way today. So take your right leg out to the side. Hands could be heart center. You could be at your hips, whatever feels good. We're going to take that leg, turn it forward, and just float it up. Take it out to the side. And then find your tree. Foot below the knee or above the knee. If you're on the knee and you just go there, just don't push. Good. Bring that leg forward and slide it back down. Hands in. Let's do the same thing other side. So we're rooting the right leg down. Drop tall with your spine. Engage those abs. Draw that left leg up. Out to the side. Connect it up. Maybe grow some branches. Good. Knee comes forward. Drop it back down. Shake it out a little bit. We'll do it one more time. Okay. Rooting, you choose whatever leg you want first. Root a leg down. Draw your spine tall, engage your abs, float the other leg up. Bring that leg out to the side. Option to add arms. Maybe you're a cactus. Maybe you're a pine tree. Maybe it's a little windy. Good. Bring that knee forward, slide it down, hands heart center. Shake it out. One more time through. Root your right leg down, float that left, nope, whatever leg you weren't on before, that leg up. We'll take it out to the side, hook it up, decide where your branches are going. Breathe here. Bring that knee forward and step out. Take your feet out a little wider and circle your hips. Yeah. And we'll switch and go the other way. Good, and then maybe some figure eights. Notice which direction you're going. See if you can switch it. Does it matter? Not really. We're just shaking it out. All right. Let's inhale both arms up, open to cactus. Inhale up, let it go. Inhale up, open to cactus. Inhale up. Do two more like that. Nice. Step your feet wide again. We'll forward fold. Let your knees bend. Walk your hands to the right. So that knee's more bent. Walk them to the other side. Just kind of walk back and forth at your own pace, noticing any sticky spots, noticing where you move easily. And come on back to center, keeping both legs straight now. Walk your hands to the right. Maybe they go all the way, maybe they don't. It doesn't matter. Take your right hand, if it's available today, put it in front of your right foot. Option to take your left hand and reach it out in front of your right hand. Good. And we'll gently walk over to the other side. Same thing, possibly placing the left hand in front of the left foot, right hand in front of the left hand. And come on back to center. Walk yourself so that you're facing the river. Yep, so we're facing the middle of the room. Step back to plank and hold. One big inhale here. We're going to sigh 3 times into down dog. So a big inhale through the nose, big sighing exhale to down dog. Inhale yourself back to plank. Big sighing exhale to down dog. One more. Good. Take your back of the leg room up to the sky as you come into your down dog. Maybe let that knee bend, ankle flex, find a little hip opener here. Good. Step on through between your hands. Come to warrior 2. Nice. Bring your front elbow to your knee. Other hand comes across the horizon until we find that nice opening. A little different way to get into triangle today. Take this hand that's up here in front, swing it down to the floor. Behind you, as it comes up, let it pull you open to triangle. Good, let's reverse that. That arm comes all the way back around and up. Nice, one more time through. And comes to the floor, the back, and pulls us open to triangle. Keep your triangle legs, come all the way up, revolve your triangle. Cartwheel down, frame that front foot, let your back foot pivot. Good, and then walk yourself across the front. We're gonna face the wall, do the same thing. Step yourself back to plank. Yep. 3 big sighing exhales to down dog. Big inhale, exhale, down dog. Big inhale, plank, fill up with air. Exhale, down dog. One more. Float your away from me leg, the back of the room leg up. Step forward between your hands. Come to warrior two on the other side. Nice. Bring your front elbow to the front knee. Other hand comes across the horizon. Yep. Take that hand that's in front down to the floor, the back, the sky. Find your triangle. Beautiful. Reverse that. One more. Good. Keep those triangle legs. Rotate your upper body up. Cartwheel down, frame your foot. Walk yourself all the way over to the other side. We're just going to hang out here. Coming into a low lunge with, yep, so the away leg is the bent knee. The close arm is going to come down inside that foot. And we'll just take our opposite hand and turn away toward the back of the room. Nice. Bring that hand back down, frame your foot. Walk yourself on over to the wall side. Setting up here. Opposite hand comes inside that front foot. And we twist away toward the back of the room again. And frame your foot. Walk yourself center. And then just come to sitting. Let's play a little bit with pigeon. Let's play with a sitting pigeon. So take your left leg across your right leg. I'm going to turn this way so you can see a little better. Yeah, so your arms could be kind of far back here. Keep it really gentle. That leg could scooch out. Or you could walk forward and sit up a little closer to that leg. That leg that's on top, you could draw the toes back if that's available. So a sitting pigeon, pretty gentle. We could also walk it back a little bit and let that leg drop side to side, just as far as feels good. Good. Come on back to center. Let's release the wrists before we go to the other side. Good. And then cross the other leg over. This side may feel completely different, so just honor that. Maybe you don't go as far into the stretch. And just breathe here. Imagine letting any tension in your hip flow away with each exhale. Good. And then walk those hands back a little bit and maybe find a little movement if that feels good. Nice. All right. Come on up. Release your wrists. We're going to come to half roll down. Eventually, we're going to land on our backs for a little lying pigeon. So a big inhale. Exhale back just to that place that's hard to hold. Inhale up. Again to that place that's a little hard to hold, a little sticky. Inhale up. Nice. This way all the way down however you like, whatever feels best to you. And then take your right leg over your left leg. We're going to take left leg up in the air. For today, keep that left leg straight if that's available. And then play with positioning just a little bit by leaning your body off towards that left leg. Notice any sensation in the right hip. Notice if the sensation changes. And then come on back to center. And we'll just set up the other side. Yep. Right leg in the air, option to lean a little over toward the right. Notice if there's a little more sensation in that left hip. So both of these are good options for pigeon. We'll do one other, but if kneeling pigeon is not your thing, go ahead and move back to one of these. Just draw knees into your chest, give them a good squeeze. We're going to stay here for a second and take a little figure eight with our legs. So a little side to side infinity sign with the legs. Good. Maybe switch and go the other direction. Yeah. So your choice now. Either of those other pigeons are great options. Otherwise, if you like a kneeling pigeon, let's come to down dog. And it doesn't matter which leg you choose. Float a leg up, let the knee bend, and a little hip opener, and then swing that leg through, and we'll land in a kneeling pigeon. Yeah, we're trying to keep hips pretty square to the mat. You could be up tall. You could choose to stay up tall. You could walk it down to your elbows. You could reach it all the way out on the floor. I know some of you know some other options, so do what feels nice to you. And just let your body be heavy. We'll just stay here 2 more breaths. It's kind of an intense shape. And walk it back. If you like, turn your toes over and kick that front leg back. And then we'll bring it down and kick the other leg up. Nice, a little hip opener, if you like, before moving into pigeon. Yep, and again on this side, maybe stay up tall. Maybe knee is completely different on this side. So honor that and do what feels good. Two more breaths here. And then we'll walk it back up. Turn the toes under if you like to kick that leg back one more time. And we'll come all the way down to the mat. Let's come to our backs. Feet on the floor. And we'll just get a little upside down here. In a bridge, if there's other upside down poses that you like, feel free to find one of those. Otherwise, just push those hips up. Imagine that you could breathe all the way down to your hips, your knees, and all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. What would that be like? Good. One more breath. And then on your next exhale, spine comes back to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Draw your knees into your chest, give them a little squeeze. And let's find a twist on each side. Here's a different way to get into this. If you come over to your side with your knees bent and your hands stacked, and you take your top hand and you slide it up over that bottom hand, we have total control over how far we twist. Maybe that arm drops back, maybe not. Maybe it even opens all the way up. Good. Let's slide that hand back up and over. And then turn to the opposite side. We know it, it's simple. Just go ahead and turn and face the back of the room. So we've got knees, we've got one hand on top of the other. We're going to slide that top hand up and over across the collarbones, maybe all the way to the side. Good. Breathe into your upper chest in that stretching space across the shoulders. And then gently snake that hand back up and over. And come on over to your back. Yeah. Last thing, I saw some of these as folks were warming up. We saw some down dogs, we saw some pigeons, and we also saw some banana shapes. So if you take your legs long and your arms out overhead or in cactus or behind your head, any of those options are nice. Take your legs over to the right, staying on your back and not turning to the side. Take your arms over to the right, just as far as feels good. If you want a little extra sensation, take that left leg and cross it over the right leg, just the ankle. If that doesn't feel good, put it back. Good. Breathe 2 more breaths into your left side. Good. Uncross those ankles. Bring everything back to center. And then gently walk over to the left. Option to take the arms over to the left. Option to cross that right leg over the left. Nice. Breathe into your right side body. Good. And then let's gently come back to center. Bring your arms up and over to your sides. Stay here for a breath. Good. And then turn on one side. And slowly bring yourself up to sitting. Just take a breath together. One inhale. Sigh it out. May we dwell in safety. May we be happy and healthy. May we be at peace. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Zoomies.